Hi again, this is Dave Sclavi. How's everything going out there? I know I've been having a few good weeks. Things have been going really good for me today. And I'm doing a little more cooking. A little more live steam cooking. Got the potatoes boiling, making a steam. Particularly saying that for the president of our club, Pat Murphy, which I understand his wife got a big charge out of that. So we're making steam here. I'm about to make some steam with the broccoli rabe and the sun-dried tomatoes again. And what I do is I put the head of broccoli rabe in there. I fill it up with water. And I mean, like this, it takes an IQ of 56 to do this. I mean, I got this little, this is the hardest part of the job, trying to light the damn stove. Light it up. Okay, there you go. Put it on high. Lid on it. That's it. Potatoes are done. Drain them, mash them up. Got a meatloaf going over here. My friend said it, she said it was so good. She said it was kick-ass. So I named that meatloaf Kick-Ass Meatloaf. Dave's Kick-Ass Meatloaf. All right. Anyway, I'm going to be making a video today regarding how to hook up the gauge glass. I've observed quite a few gauge glasses, and I conferred with Bill Shields about that. He's pretty knowledgeable about steam, and he does agree with me. And one other friend, Don Croce, who's certified welder, knows a lot about steam boilers and so on. We both concurred, all three of us concurred, that gauge glasses sometimes really aren't hooked up right. So I'm going to do a video on that, proper way of doing that, and hopefully some guys will change theirs and maybe they'll understand a little more clearly on how to hook it up and why. All right, well, we're going to now discuss what I think the rights and wrongs of piping up a gauge glass, what I have observed over the years, and how some people do it. And in fact, there are suppliers out there that supply an improperly piped gauge glass, which I don't know how they do that, but it's a safe gauge glass, but it's just not it's not able to be blown down properly. So this is now the wrong way. Got here is steam. The green is steam. Of course, this is the crown sheet. Connection here somewhere below. A good place would be between the crown sheet and the mud ring, below the water line. And then, of course, on top, the boiler. Never pipe the top of the water glass to the turret. That'll give you an improper reading. I'll get something to point with here. Well, this is crown sheet, like I mentioned. Now, where the guys make a mistake is they have the connection here to the boiler. They put a T here, and then they put a globe valve down here, another globe valve here, an angular globe valve up here, and only thing that will do is if this glass should break, you could shut it here and here, and then you could use the tricox or another gauge, another glass, and you'd be safe. But you can't blow this glass down. It's impossible. If you shut this, the pressure is going to come up here. And you're going to shut this, and then how are you going to blow it down? It's impossible. It's impossible to shut this off, to cut this off, to be able to blow this steam down through to clean any obstruction. Now the obstructions, if there's an obstruction here, what that's going to give you is a false reading. It's going to raise that level of the water. If you don't think so, try to shut this down a little bit. Just keep shutting that down and watching your glass. It'll rise, it'll rise, it'll rise. And that's what happens when this gets obstructed. Or another obstruction here, it'll give you a false reading. On the yes side, right here, I put a globe valve here that shuts off this. And I'm going to make it really big over here so you can see it. This is the globe valve. Here's the outlet to it. through this, you know, something, and then the inlet is up here, and then the stem with the valve handle out here, and the stem with the shut-off part. And then what you do is you tap this right here, and then that's where you can put your little another valve to be able to blow it down. So by shutting this, cutting this off, cuts the steam off from here, still keeps this open to here. By opening this valve, it's going to blow down through. So this is good. I've also seen it done different way, where this point had a valve here and a T here, which is okay too, because you shut this, pushes the water up here, shut this, open that, and then it'll blow down. The right way to do it would be to close this valve. They push the differential on here, fills this all up with water, all filled. Close this, open this, and then open that, and it blows everything down. That's the proper way to do it. This is totally wrong. This is safe. It's not an unsafe system, but it's not good for blowing down the gauge glass. Now with these new refracted glasses, Bob Dean, it's a beautiful gauge glass. Fred Ellis, God bless him, was going to make one. He passed on. Stony Burke, who knows where he's at. Maybe Jim Kreider out there, you could tell me where he's at. Kind of lost track of him. He was going to do it, never materialized. But Bob Dean has made them, and they're very safe glass. They look great. They're a little large, but you have to be practical about it. I've heard complaints from some guys say, "Oh, I'll never use that glass. Our boiler was low on water. We thought we had water in it." Well, that's because it's dirty. Plain and simple, the backs of those flutes are dirty. And the only way to do it is to properly blow down that gauge glass. You keep it clean, especially with the use of this LSB. It's good stuff, but it makes a coating. It coats the back of the glass. And then when it dries up, the water dries up in there, and it makes a coating in there. It's what it's supposed to do. It's supposed to protect the boiler. But it does it to the glass too, so you have to blow it down. You can shut it, take the glass out. I got a couple of unions on mine, right, on top and bottom, a union here, union there. I can take the whole thing out, wash it out, put it right back while I'm under pressure. Not a problem. But if you keep the glass clean, the refracted glasses work great. And doing it this way, no good. Do it this way, either with the valve here, the T, or the valve right here coming through, which I like better. It looks a little more right. Anybody with any black seal, blue seal, green seal, orange seal, purple seal, anybody with a black seal license, boiler fireman's license, will tell you that's right, that's wrong. So take it for what it's worth. You can change it. It's not a problem. You can always change it. It's just a matter of putting a valve here. Take this valve out, put a valve here. It's like, let's say I did it. I put a valve right here. Make the valve like how I showed it here. Well, that's how you pipe a gauge glass. And we're having a little dinner right now. This is my friend Giselle. This is Dan, behind the 1361 usually. But right now we're behind a plate of mashed potatoes and meatloaf. Kick-ass meatloaf, mashed potatoes, broccoli rabe, corn over there, salad over here. Got some string bean salad in there. We're going to eat up a little bit. Have some mashed potatoes and meatloaf for the rest of the week. We're in good shape. Anyway, hopefully that helped you. And any questions, PM me. I'll be glad to help you. I'll send you some pictures or whatever, and we can repipe your gauge glass, and maybe that'll help you out and be able to read that glass a little bit better when you blow it down properly. So we'll see you again on another video. Thanks for watching.